Hello, my name is Chunk, and I'm here to talk to you guys about Lethal. The reason why is because this came up in a recent video or stream I was watching, and I feel like a lot of people weren't grasping why Howie Lethal matters and how important it is to give yourself the best opportunity to win, even if there is no way to actually win. If your opponent actually has an out, we have to still give ourselves the best possibility. And how do we do that? Well, as you can see in the board state we're presented here, we have two people at 0 life. We have a Nami leader versus a GP Luffy, whereas the GP Luffy last turn searched out an Usohachi. So that's our only known card. We know for a fact they have a 2K. We're at all 10 Dawn, and our opponent has 2 Dawn active with, again, just the full 5 in hand. Now, the first consideration I believe people had was to go 8, 8, and then all in, which leaves you at 8, 8, 11. But what happens here is that loses to Gum Gum 2, 1, Gum Gum 2, which is a little easier since we're already assuming they have the Gum Gums and they already have the 2K. So now they just got to find 2, 1. But what is a better way to give ourselves the opportunity to lethal here? Well, with all blinks in hand, we'll just assume the worst, right? We'll assume they have a 1, Gum 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 2, 2, 2, 1, whatever, 1, 1, however you guys feel will be worse for us. And we're going to start off by swinging 6. Why do we swing 6 here? Because this removes 1 for 1, regardless of what card it was, if it has counter. The 6 gets rid of both the 1K and the 2K. Our next swing again would be another 6, because what's going to happen here is this is going to remove another card. Now, assuming we're in a world where they did have the 2 1Ks, they may consider using Gum Gum here. They may not. But this is where we're really going to force out a Gum Gum. And our goal is to force out a Gum Gum for the least amount of Dawn possible. How do we do that? Well, I'll show you by resting the 1 Dawn and giving that to our leader. We're going to go ahead and swing 6 again. This does 2 things. One is if they are bluffing, if they actually have double Gum Gum, they're going to keep both Gum Gums and pitch a 2K with Gum Gum to attempt to draw more counters for another swing. And what that does then is that they'll have 2 blinks and a Gum Gum. So if they do that, if they don't do that, what's going to happen here is they 2K out of here. And now they have 2 cards to defend a 13K swing. Gum Gum gets them to 10, so they have to draw at least 4K with 2 cards to get out of the 13. So what's worse for us here is that they Gum Gum pitch this, and now they have 3 blank cards for that 6K. And now they only have 1 active Dawn. I don't know how that works, but what we're going to do now is our final swing is going to be 13 because 9 plus 4 is 3. So now they have 1 Gum Gum, gets them to 10, and they have 3 cards to try to beat 3K. So they need at least 4K counter out of those 3 cards. Now this happens even if we know all the cards in their hand. However, if we know all the cards, we might be able to use wiser swings like 7s. In this case, we knew what their hand was, or I figured out what their hand was after the fact. And this is what their hand looked like at the start. So they did have double Gum Gum and the Usohachi that was known. Like I said, the first action that happened when I watched it was an 8K, which just got Gum Gum going merry. However, I think a 6K can get a Gum Gum here as well. So why even bother using those 2 Dawns so early? So same scenario. We go Gum Gum. Take the 2K. They probably give us the known one. Go 6 again. They'll take the free, easy 1 card counter, right? And then, again, out of nowhere, we'll use 1 Dawn, bump our leader, and go 6K. And what this is going to do, again, is going to force out the Gum Gum for a 6K swing. Give them 2 blanks. And then they only have 1 Dawn to work with. Same thing happens again. We rest all 9, and we swing 13 to lead. Now, what they're... I accidentally added a Dawn. But what they're going to have to do now is they're going to have to Gum Gum, discard a card, and have 3 blanks to, once again, they go to 10. 3 blanks to try to beat 3K. So again, this is why I think that how we attack really matters and how much we're willing to commit to our early attack matters. We were able to get 2Ks for 6K swings. We were able to get a Gum for a 6K swing just based on the amount of cards they had in hand. If you have any questions or any comments on how this could be improved even further with all blank cards, please feel free to let me know. I know there is still a chance to lose here as the blue-yellow Nami. However, I think it's more about giving yourself the best opportunity to win rather than trying to cheat out or beat Gums in with certain numbers, whereas we can just get it with a 6. Thanks for taking the time to listen. Take care.